Just let me know as soon as you're able to see. Guys, are you able to hear me?
We can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, cool. I was trying to record the lesson for those that are not here, and we will start. And I just wanted to get rid of something, and we will start. And what have you, Ayanda, from the cash journals that you did at school this week?
Sorry, ma'am?
What is it that you have picked from the lesson that you had at school?
That I've picked up.
Yeah, bo.
Okay, so cash that, ma'am, in CRJ and CPJ are different because in CPJ stuff like trading stock, drawings, advertisement, those go in CPJ, and stuff like cash sales and sales go in CRJ.
Good. Okay, I removed the screen because it was going off so quick. So I had to change the settings. And Koketo, what can you say about the cash journals? Any of the two or both? Koketo, are you still there?
Ma'am, I'm still here.
Okay, cool, no problem. So I want us today to try and complete the first question, which is 2.1, the CRJ. Né? As you mentioned that you did at school, so that CRJ, as you see there, it's for cash receipts journal. So basically, that's where you record all transactions that increase cash for a firm, okay? That's where you record all the transactions that increase cash for a firm. So meaning each and every time there's something that leads to your company to receive cash, it's gonna go into cash receipts journal, right? So for cash receipts journal, cash transactions and include only those which currency and coins, okay? And I'm gonna share the format where you're gonna be recording all of those, because usually you'll be given that. You won't have to draw it from scratch, okay, in the answer book. And that format has the date, which is the date of the transaction, where you're going to record the date of the transaction. Like, for example, if you are doing a cash receipt journal for a month, like this one, we are required to do this for March 2024. So that means everything that falls under March 2024 is going to be recorded in the CRJ of March 2024, right? So that means when you go to the date, already it's March 2024. Then when you go to the date, you just write 1, 2, 3, or whatever date. Now you won't have to write for March 20, because already we know that we are dealing with March 2024. Are we clear on that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. And again, when you have an account, okay, let me do this. Are you guys able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. So when you go to details, and that's gonna be the details for the transaction, okay? And that's gonna be where are we getting money from? What's the money in relation of, okay? And then you're gonna go to the analysis of receipts, which is basically the total amount um of the receipts. And then you're gonna go to the bank. How much did you receive? What did the bank get? And then you go to sales if we are selling, and then the cost of sales. If you have sales, that means you're gonna have the cost of sales, because when you're selling something, you gain cost, and those costs are going to be accounted under this. And then when you go to debtors control and sundry expenses, I get it. Sometimes you're selling on credit, you're gonna record under this one. And then if whatever thing that has nothing to do with the debtors and everything, it's gonna go to the sundry. Okay, sundry accounts. Okay, are we clear? So only here we're gonna deal with the debtors. Okay, and then here it's going to be any other thing where you're receiving money, obviously, but it doesn't have to do with the creditors. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. And I want us to do this activity right here. And okay, let's see. This information relates to C. Ronaldo. They say use the following transaction to complete the journals of Madrid stores for the month of March 2024. And then the business is owned by C. Ronaldo. Yeah? And then you are required to do the CRJ and the CPJ. We'll do CPJ some other day or some other lesson. But for now, I just want us to focus on the CRJ. And they say do not cash off the tills for the journals or of the journals. They say the use of markup or profit markup of this person is 50% and all the times, okay? And then now we have the transaction. But before we do the transaction, I want us to go through each and every transaction, and then we're going to note if whether it falls under the CPJ or the CRJ. Are we whatever thing that's happening there, is it increasing the cash of the company or the cash of the business, or is it decreasing? Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when we are looking at the first one, which happened here on the second, that two over there, it's simply for the date of the March, right? So when you look at this one that happened
Ma'am,
on the yes.
I can't see your screen.
Ma'am, I can't see your screen.
Olive, you cannot see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay, just let me know as soon as you're able to see, guys. How about now?
I still can't see, ma'am.
No, ma'am, we can't see.
And I tried to redo it.
Now I can see.
Okay. Okay, so you haven't seen from the start.
We saw in the beginning, ma'am, but midway you stopped sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool, no problem. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so as I was saying, they say use the following transactions to complete the journals of Madrid stores for the month March 2024. The business is owned by C. Ronaldo. The required cash receipt journal, which is the CRJ, and then they say do not cast off the journals. And again, they say the business uses a markup of or a profit markup of 50% of all the times. Meaning that, as I've mentioned previously, if the company the cost, no, not the company, but the cost is 100, that means the profit is going to be 50 rands. Now the selling price will be 150. If it's in rands, then it's rand, then it's rands. Okay. So the markup, this one is there 50% off this one. So it's 100 multiplied by 0.5 or 50 divided by 100. Then it should give you this one. So basically, that's how you use the markup. Okay. And they say extract of transactions for the month March 2024. And number two, no, that's not number two, but on the 2nd of March 2024, they say cash sales as per cash register tape CRT 50 and 12,500 rands, cost price 6,250. They say the owner C Ronaldo increased his capital contribution by making an EFT of 255,000. Receipt number 25 issued. So two things happened on the 2nd of March 2024. Do you see that? So we're gonna start off with the first one where they say the cash sales, and then we're gonna go to the other one. So when you're looking at the 1 year cash sales, where are we gonna record that? Is it gonna go to the cash receipts journal or cash payments?
Ma'am, are you talking about the one that says cash sales?
Yes.
Ma'am, I think that it's gonna go into CRJ.
CRJ, and why is that?
Because of cash sales, ma'am.
We are receiving, the company is receiving, right? So that means it's gonna go to CRJ, okay? And let's look at the second one. They say the owner C Ronaldo increased his capital contribution by making an EFT of 255,000, receipt number that was issued. Is that one gonna go to CRJ or CPJ, Koketo?
No, I think it's also CRJ.
I think it's CRJ. And I think I saw Lwazi in here. Lwazi, what do you think?
Ma'am, he left. He or she
cool.
left.
Okay, no problem. Then it's gonna go to CRJ. Are you also saying CRJ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Now let's look at the one Yadi for transaction. Yadi for, they say bought the following items from Junkie Store via EFT 130. Then we have the office computer. We have trading stock of that carriage on purchases is that amount. And then we have the stationery for owners, son, which is 3,100 and that. How are we gonna go? Let's focus on the first bullet. First bullet, everything is bought here, right? So the first bullet, is it gonna go to the CRJ or CPJ?
CPJ.
CPJ. The second one?
It's also gonna go to the CPJ.
Yeah, the last one, the last bullet.
For owners, I also think it might go to the CPJ.
You also think it might go to CPJ, okay? And Koketo, what can you say?
Ma'am, everything goes to the CPJ.
Yes, basically everything is gonna go to CPJ because the company is paying for those things. Like they are not gaining money. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not getting money. Remember when I started with this thing, CRJ, I said CRJ is where you record all the transactions that increase cash for a firm. So these things are not increasing cash for the firm, right? Because when you're buying, you're not increasing, right? You're increasing whatever that you're buying, but you're not increasing cash, okay? And let's look at the transaction on the 5th, no, not December. Why am I saying December? It's only January. Okay, March 2024. And we have received an electronic transfer from Zala Bank for 500,000 for a loan received and receipt number that was issued. Where is that gonna go? Where's that 500,000 gonna go?
CRJ.
CRJ. So, and okay, so it's gonna go to CRJ, guys, I don't know. Okay, yes. CRJ, and then made an EFT 131 to Upongolo Municipality for water and electricity, which amounted to 2,450. CPJ, perfect.
CPJ.
Perfect. And we have the transaction that took place on the 15th, or transactions that took place on the 15th March 2024. They say cash sales according to cash register row as per CRT 51, which is 17,500, 17,800. And they say the markup on the goods was 100% on cost price. See?
CRJ.
Very much important. Okay. So what do they mean there when they say markup on the goods was this on that? What do they mean? Or what do you understand?
Does it not mean you're gonna add like 100% on it?
Add 100% kanjani? I don't get it. Add 100% to what?
No, ma'am, I'm wrong. Sorry.
Okay, what do you understand by the term here markup? Profit the markup.
Is it not like interest? Like you're adding kind of like interest?
Okay. So this is how the company or the business determine its selling price, okay? SP, which is selling price, is equals to cost price plus markup, okay? So this is how the company set its price. So whatever it costed the company to sell, or to whatever, not to whatever, guys, but to sell whatever, however much amount that the company's cost of that selling. Let's say the company buys a good from a supplier ka 60 rands, ne? So that 60 rands is going to be considered as 100%, okay? And then now the company is going to determine how much profit, or what percentage of a profit does the company wants to add to the cost price, okay? So in this case, when they started, they said the company uses it at 50%. So that means it's 50% markup, which can be any percentage. It can sometimes be over 100. Sometimes a company can sell things over 100. Let's say 125%. They say the markup is 125%. So that means you're gonna add 125% instead of the 50 that you're seeing here. But because in this company, Ronaldo, they said the markup for all the transaction yes, is 50%. So that means it was 100%. If they said now the selling price, let me just finish this. Now the selling price is going to be 150%. So if they said, maybe for example, that something was sold at 200 rands, That means this 200 rands is what is 150%. Okay, so if you want to know the cost, which is 100%, you're going to take the 200 and then you multiply it with what? You multiply it with what are you looking for? You want to know the cost price. The cost price is 100%. So you're going to say multiplied by 100 divided by the 200 that you are seeing here represent the 150%, okay, which is the selling price. So you're going to put 150 here, and then this is how you're going to get the amount where you're supposed to put your, which is the cost, whatever. And then if you wanted to know the markup amount, then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to have a 200, you multiplied by, you are looking for a markup. The markup in this case is 50%, so you're going to say multiplied by 50. And again, this 200 that you're seeing here represent what? Represent the 150, which is the selling price percentage. Then you divide it by 150 and you're gonna get the thing. You don't put the percentages name, you just put a 50 divided by 1 that, and then you're gonna get the amount. Are we clear? Do you understand how the markup works?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So in this case, because they are saying that the markup on the goods was 100% on cost, meaning that this is not gonna apply. What? This is not gonna apply because they stated that the markup uses, or the business uses, a profit markup of 50% all the times, but this time was exception, right? So meaning that they didn't use the 50, they used 100. So that means for this one, it was 100 plus 100, 100% plus 100%, which is equals to 200. So that means it was sold at 200%, which is the cost plus the markup, right? And let's go to the second one. They said received an EFT from a debtor, which is a Kuse, for what? For 5,600 rands in settlement of his account of 6,000, receipt number 27. Is that gonna go to CRJ or CPJ?
Ma'am, it's CRJ.
CRJ, perfect. Not CRP, but CR. Perfect. Now let's look at the one that took place at the 18th. An EFT of 10,500 rands for merchandise bought for cash from Nyati Traders. Where does this one go?
CPJ.
Perfect, CPJ. And they say on the 20th, Mzala Bank transferred 111,250 111,250 rands for a fixed deposit that matured. This amount includes an interest of 11,250 for the last 6 months. Receipt number 28 issued. And where does this one go? Is it going to
CRJ.
CRJ? Perfect. And not number, but the transaction at 25 or 25th, say paid monthly salary to C Shom Kunu, the manager via EFT number 133 for 13,750. Where is that gonna go?
CPJ.
Perfect, great. Then made an EFT number 134 to Mbala stores in payment for our account, 15,200 rands after receiving 5% discount by the supplier. This one is gonna go to
CPJ.
CPJ. Okay, and let's look at the bank statement there. So they say the bank statement received from Shololo Bank revealed the following. EFT charges 300 rands. Where's that gonna go? EFT charges Guys, are you still there?
Ma'am, I think it's CPJ.
Yeah, it's gonna be CPJ, but why do you think it's CPJ? What gave it away?
Ma'am, I get it's from a bank statement that was received and it shows the EFT charges, so meaning they have to be paid.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, cool. Perfect. That one is gonna go to CPJ. And cash handling fees. CPJ or CRJ? Guys, are you still
I
there?
think it's also CPJ.
CPJ fees are going to be charged, and so when you are being charged fees, that does not increase cash in the company or in the firm or in the business, right? So that means it decreases, which means it's going to go to CPJ. And also the internet banking fees going to go to that. Service fees going to go to that. Interest on overdraft is going to go that. It's going to go to them. And before we go to the last point, what do you understand by that term? Yeah, interest on overdraft or just overdraft? Guys, what do you understand by the term
Ma'am,
go get?
I think interest on overdraft, no, ma'am. It's interest that is charged on an overdraft, like when the business doesn't have money. Ne? So when it has money, they charge them a certain amount, which is interest on overdraft. That's what I
Okay,
think.
okay. And Ayanda,
I'm not familiar with that term.
okay. So the interest overdraft. Okay, let's focus on overdraft. Ne? So overdraft simply means that you have overdrawn more than what you have. Ne? Because you are a business, a bank can allow you to withdraw more than what you have in the bank because you've been doing business with them or because you have an agreement with them, right? So let's say in your account you're a business, Ayanda, and you want to buy something that cost let's say 5,000, and in your account you are having what you are having let's say 4,200 rands. You see you're short with 800 rands to get to 5,000. So the bank can allow you to withdraw more than what you have, which is that given that you have an agreement with the bank, obviously. So that 800 rands, that means you've overdrawn. Now your bank is no longer an asset; it is now a liability because you are owing a bank. Okay, and so the interest that is charged on an account that is overdrawn, that withdrew more than they have, is going to be called an interest on overdraft. Do you get it now? So everything here is gonna go here. Do, do,
Ma'am, ma'am.
yes.
So ma'am, overdraft is it's not having enough money to pay your debts.
Overdraft is it means you've withdrawn more than what you have.
Oh, okay.
So overdraft occurs when an account lacks the funds to cover a withdrawal, ne?
Okay, ma'am.
But the bank allows the transaction to go through anyway because they know you're gonna pay because you're probably in the good records of the bank, sorry. So they trust and believe in you that you're gonna pay their money. So you're not gonna go to the bank and pay. So whenever you receive money in your bank, it's straight. They're gonna take it from there. Like when you receive money immediately, they're gonna take it from there because they're just waiting for you to get money into your account. You're not gonna go to the bank and say, "I'm here to pay the interest on overdraft." Don't say or say, "Can I pay?" Or call them, "Can I pay?" Whatever. So immediately when it gets to the account, your account, business account, they're gonna take it from there.
Okay, ma'am.
Cool. And we have the last bullet, which is the last information here. A direct deposit of 4,000 from debtor S. Ngumalo, whose account was previously written off. Is that going to go to CPJ or CRJ? Perfect. It's going to go to CRJ. Now that we have named everything or we have labeled everything, we're now going to record in here. And our CRJ. Obviously, we're going to look at this one. So the first one that we are having here is the one headed to, which is what? Which is the cash sales as per registered tape CRT 50, 12,500 rands. Cost price is that. And how are we going to make a recording for that? How are we going to record that first transaction over there of the cash sales? They said this document is number 50, so let's just start with the 50 here. How are we going to record that, Koketo? What is going to be the details for that?
I can't see the transaction, the adjustment. I think it's gonna be cash sales, Cody details. Or cash, yeah,
Okay.
cash sales.
Yes. And what are we having for analysis of receipt?
We have the cost price is 6,250. And I think we're gonna record the 12,500 for analysis of receipts.
Yes, I did mention that we are paying what, I mean, we are recording the total amount that we are receiving, which is what the receipt said. Is it 15,000 or 12,000? I think it's 12.
I think it's 15,000. 12,500, yeah.
Yes. And then for the, how much did you receive in your bank?
We received 6,000. And please go back to the adjustment.
So this was sales. Okay, you see, this was sales. So that means we're not going to record under the bank. We're going to record under the sales and cost of sales, right? You're going to record under the bank if the transaction doesn't have to do with the sales, right? So, but if it's for sales, there's a thingy, a row that's dedicated for sales. So we received 12,500 rands for sales, and then the cost, they said the cost was this one. So here we're going to have 6,250. Okay, guys, let me try to write nicely. Okay, I can't. Okay, 12,500, and then we have 6,250. Yes, this is a lot better. And then for debtors control, do you think we're gonna record under the debtors control for this transaction?
No, ma'am.
No. And do you think we're gonna record under the expenses?
No, ma'am.
No, perfect. We're not gonna do that. And let's go to the second one, which is this one, the same date. So you see, it's same date, so you don't have to write 2 and 2. You don't write 2 and 2. This 2 will basically represent anything before we write the next date or the following date after those transactions. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the number 2 is saying the owner, C. Ronaldo, increased his capital contribution by making an EFT of 255,000 receipt number that. So the number, let's just write the number firstly. So it's going to be 25. And what is the detail for this transaction? What are we writing under the details?
Ma'am, it's C. Ronaldo.
It's C. Ronaldo. Perfect. He's the person that's making a contribution. So it's C. Ronaldo. And they said how much? $255,000. Okay. And increased his capital contribution, making an EFT of 255,000. Okay. And let's go. And it's going to be 255. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do we have anywhere where we have to record?
Ma'am, I think we're gonna record it under bank.
And how much are we recording?
The 255,000.
255. Wait. Yes. 255. 255. 1, 2, 3. And then is it gonna go to the sundry expenses or sundry account? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So that means it's gonna go into sundry account. And what are we going to write? The amount obviously it's going to be 255, 1, 2, 3,000. And what is it for the other account?
It's capital contribution.
Capital contribution. Perfect. And Ayanda, are you still here? Is Ayanda
Yes,
still
ma'am.
here?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still with
Yes.
us? Are we still together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. All right. And let's look at, we are done with this one, Yadi 2. Let's go to the one, Yadi 5, because this one is going to CPJ. And the transaction of the 5th March 2024 received an electronic transfer from Mzala Bank for 500,000, sorry guys, for a loan received, receipt number that. So let's start with the 26 here before I forget. So it's going to be 26. And what date? I think it's the 5th. Yeah. Yes. And what's going to be the detail for this one? Where's the money from?
Ma'am, it's from Mzala Bank.
Mzala Bank. So we're gonna come here and have our Mzala Bank here. Bank. And they say analysis of receipt. How much did we get, or how much was deposited?
500,000.
Yes, so that means it's going to be 500,000 here, 500,000. Okay. 500,000. And is that gonna go to bank or sales?
Ma'am, it's gonna go to bank, then sundry account.
500,000. So it's going to go to the bank and also go to that because you received the bank. And this 500,000 was not in relation to sales or cost of sales. Remember, we said we only record under these two if there was sales, but because there was not sale, then we're gonna go to sundry accounts, and then under sundry account we're gonna have the amount which is 500,000. And what is it for?
It's for loan.
So it's going to be 500,000. 1, 2, 3. And this is for loan. Perfect. Okay. And now let's look at, we are done with the 185. Yes, it was just one, so we are done. I'm just gonna scratch it out. And then we have the 115, and the 15 said cash sales according to cash receipt. Wait, I cannot see. Okay. Cash sales according to cash register roll as per CRT 51, 17,800 rands. Markup on the goods was 100% on cost price. And okay, let me try to do this. Okay, it's not gonna work. Okay, Ayanda, what is it that we're gonna do? How are we going to record this one? Yeah, 15. Cash sales according to cash register roll as per CRT 51, and the markup was 100% on cost price.
Ma'am, so you're gonna write the 15th in day in the day column.
Okay, 15 years.
Cash
And
sales.
cash sales, okay. I wanted to check something. Cash sales, the number 51. Okay, cash sales.
I can't see the top, ma'am.
Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am. You're gonna write 17,800 in analysis of receipts.
17,800. Okay, good, perfect. 17,800.
And then again in bank.
Again in bank. So we said we're going to record. No. Yes.
Can you please scroll up a bit? Mark up on goods. I don't know how to calculate mark up on goods, ma'am.
Remember how I said we do it here?
Ma'am, may you please repeat?
Okay, let's try to have Koketo to answer this, and then I'll do it again. Don't worry. Koketo?
Ma'am, I think we're gonna record the amount, cost sales and cost of sales as it is.
As it is. But cost of sales and sales will never be the same amount. Unless if the company is selling, unless if the company is selling or the business is selling at exactly how much they sell, how much they bought it, which doesn't make sense, because the main aim of the business is to make profit, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me try to explain this one. Okay. I said that when they say, okay, let me try to work here. So the selling price and the cost price, you see, these are the two. So they can never be the same amount unless if the company does not have a markup, which it doesn't make sense, because as I mentioned, the main aim is to make profit. So how we calculate for the cost price, we actually gonna make use of the selling price, because the selling price was given, which was 17,800, and mentioned to you that, okay, let's write it in percentage. So we said always the cost price is 100%, and then they said the markup is what? They said the markup on these were 100%, which is this one. So that means we're gonna have plus 100 here. Okay, we have plus 100, so that means the things were sold at 100 plus 100, which is 200%. So I said this is the markup percentage, profit markup, this is the cost, and then this is cost price, and then this is the selling price. This is how they calculate for the selling price, which is this one, SP. So in this case, we are given SP, which is what? Which is 17,800 rands. Okay, so now I said that if you are looking or you want to get the value of cost prices or markup, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna have your selling price amount, which is 17,800. Then we're going to multiply it with the percentage that we're looking for, except for we are not going to put the percent. So we are looking for cost price, which is going to be 100. We don't put the percentage as I mentioned, and then you're going to check this 17,800 that you've written here represent what? It's a 200. So that means the 200 is going to be here. So you're going to say on your calculator 17,800 multiplied by 100 divided by 200, and you're going to get the cost price of this, which is what is it, guys? 17,800 multiplied by 100 divided by 200.
Ma'am, it's 8,900.
8,900. Perfect. So it's going to be 8,900. Do you understand? It's okay if you don't understand. We will do more of
I
it. But do
understand, ma'am.
you get a light?
Yes. Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it fine? Do you? Okay. Okay. Koketo, was it you who was answering?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you also? Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. We'll do more of this, Renee. Don't stress. If you don't catch it now, we will catch it at a later stage. After a few lessons, we should. I mean, when we are doing the everything, the CPGs and everything, when we are buying from our suppliers and everything. Yeah. Okay, cool. And let's focus on wait, we are done with the 1 year cash sales. Let's go to received an EFT from a debtor A Kuse for 5,600 in settlement of his account 6,000. Now I'm gonna ask you, why does a person who owe the company 6,000 is paying 5,600, is settling his account gas 5,600 when he's owing that?
Ma'am, I think it is because they're allowed to pay like their debts monthly. So no settler for the first month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when they say in settlement of his account, meaning that he's paying off all the amounts that this person is owing, meaning that there'll be no future payment unless if they take things on credit again, or not on credit. Yes, on credit. Sorry, guys. Yes. So when you see something like this, when they say somebody is settling their account of 7,000 with a 6,700, that means the difference, which is going to be what? 7,000 minus 6,700, which is 300. That 300 that you're gonna get as your difference is what we call a discount, okay? Discount that is allowed, okay? Maybe it was part of the arrangement that if they pay within a month, they will give them a discount of whatever percentage, 15%, 10%, 9%, or whatever percentage. We don't know the agreement, but you should know, you should work on assumption that the difference is, if you see that the difference is not over a lot of amount, okay? Because you see, the difference between 5,600 and 6,000 is what? Is only, wait, is only 400 rands, okay? So it's not a lot of money, no? So that is what we're going to regard as what? As the discount that was allowed. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. We are having a course. Wait. What's happening? We are having a course. And I said how much are we receiving? 5,600, right?
5,600, yes.
5,600. And okay, and again we are getting 5,600. Okay. And also I forgot here 17,800. And then is it sales? Does it have to do with sales? No.
No, ma'am, we are got debtors
No.
control.
Debtors control, perfect. And debtors control, what are we writing? We're going to have the receipt. The receipt is 5,600, ma'am.
5,600.
And then
The discount allowed is 400.
The discount that was allowed is 400. Guys, I'm afraid that we're gonna have to cut it here. I guess next time when we meet, yes, next time when we meet, we definitely gonna do this, complete this task, okay? Because it's gonna be time for Maths Lit now. And do we have any question before I wrap up?
No question, ma'am.
Or better yet, guys, you can just take a screenshot of this and then complete it. The next time when we meet, we just do something that you already done, right? Okay, cool, guys. Thank you for engaging. I really enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time when we meet. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Ciao.